Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of BRGTV in 2020. We're very excited about this year and excited for several awesome announcements that we'll have coming soon. But to start things off, we wanted to introduce the newest member of the Burris Realty Group, Zac Hill. You may have saw him on the episode we did right before the holidays, but we wanted to formally introduce him and let you get to know him a little bit better today, as he'll be joining us now full time. So welcome to the team, Zac.
Thank you very much, Clay. I'm excited to be here, looking forward to all that 2020 has in front of us. The key to my heart is probably pizza. Some people don't want to eat the same meal every day. I could eat it for every meal, and I have. Favorite pizza place? I guess it depends on my mood. Pizza Hut, good deals typically. Papa John's, I don't know what kind of scandal they're embroiled in, so I don't know if I should get Papa John's. Pizza King, if I sold a house that day because they're expensive. What else is there? Giordano's, because that's not just in Chicago anymore. Little Caesars, Hot Box, not Fazoli's, that's not pizza. My passion is music, so that can mean attending a concert, listening to it, or playing music. So I grew up in a family where my mom and dad played guitar, sang piano, and that happened so much that it actually annoyed me, and I didn't want anything to do with music. And then as I got older and realized being an athlete wasn't going to be in my future, music came kind of natural to me. And there's always room to grow, but I enjoy playing guitar and singing and trying to work on songwriting, but I got a long way to go there. So that's something I can do and enjoy on my own. I can enjoy it with my wife. We'll go to concerts, so it's really neat to be here where there's so many opportunities to see big acts or names trying to get started, and that's something we can share with our kids now too. So that's really neat. One thing we didn't talk about in the hiring process was college football teams. I mean, why would you? We're talking about history, experience, what are you good at, where can you grow, will we get along together in the office, and all those things continue to line up, which I was excited about, until one day in the office, Clay and I are sitting there, and I mentioned some sort of player declared for the draft, and I was frustrated about it, and Clay goes, "Oh no." The player was from Ohio State. Clay made a barf noise in his mouth and let me know that he roots for the team in the state to the north of God's country, which is Ohio. I don't know why. He's not from there. We learned that pretty quick. But I think we had established enough rapport that that's just something we'll have to deal with as time goes forward. Actually, it's not something I have to deal with because my team wins. It's something that he'll have to deal with. Probably our favorite place to go on vacation is Cocoa Beach, Florida. It's been really cool to marry into a family that has a place down there, and they're very gracious to us. And as long as we call ahead, there's always a spot for us. And so we've been pretty spoiled to go down there regularly, just get away, get to know different places in the community versus being a tourist. So that's a lot of fun. The kids love it, and it's just a good break, different certainly from the Midwest. And it helps me keep my color. Favorite concert? Being a music fan, it's hard to choose one because each concert can be special for its own reason. So, Ruoff is a great place to be out in the amphitheater and be outside and experience, a great act there, and so I've got several memories there. I think about even shows downtown or at smaller venues where the crowds are a little bit smaller, but it's more of an intimate group, and so that's really neat because you connect more with the musician or the band that way. I've had the chance to go to the Ryman to see one of my favorite bands, Anderson East, and that was phenomenal. I like all sorts of music, so it's hard to really just choose one concert that sticks out to me, but I hear Chris Oakes is really good. It's probably hard to think of a hobby outside of music. I give a lot of my time to that, a lot of time to my family. But there's certainly a growing debate in my family about a hobby of video games. Now, I try to help minimize screen time with my wife and as we lead our kids, but video games are fun. I grew up in the Nintendo generation, and this last year there was a huge debate about PlayStation versus Xbox. And I didn't know I cared so much until it was brought up to me, and it turned out I had an allegiance to the PlayStation. I didn't know that until my son wanted an Xbox, and then it was very clear PlayStation is it for me. So here I thought, all right, I've tried to avoid video games, I've tried to grow up, I've tried to invest myself in something that makes me a better person, and here I started getting excited to play Madden, and it's going to come back into our house. Well, we get together with some friends, and on the way home, I find out that my son wants to get an Xbox. Some of you that won't mean anything to you. Others of you understand how big that controller is. And I don't think I have small hands, but I can barely get my hands around an Xbox controller. You can imagine my son, who's a teenager, trying to figure that out. Apparently, he figured it out and did just fine. But turns out I'm loyal to PlayStation. Really, I'm just excited to join a team that likes to have a good time. We work hard, we play hard. That's a common theme in really a lot of real estate professionals that I know who have done a good job. In my 5 years in real estate, I've had the privilege to learn from some top producers, and I'm excited to stand on their shoulders and bring that into our market here. So I'm excited to work with and learn from Clay. I'm excited to work with Chris and Megan as well. And I hope you know the biggest key to any professional success I've had, I think, is just building authentic relationships. It'll always be my goal to know the client first, to know what their actual goals are, and to do what I can to help get them there. And if I put the client first, just as I know our team wants to do that, not only will the client win, then we can win, and everybody's happy that way. That's how we can continue to stay in business. And we're going to actually learn from our clients along the way. As you look to us to be your trusted professional in real estate, we don't ever want to get stale in the business. We want to grow. And so really I look at this through authentic relationships, is doing this business together, and that is with our clients and then as a team.
Well, hopefully you got to know a little bit about our newest team member, Zach. We are thrilled and excited to have him on the team for 2020. Just to break down his role, he's going to wear a couple different hats for us this year, which we're thrilled about. First being a client care coordinator, kind of transaction coordinator for our whole team. So many of you, whether you're working directly with Zach or one of myself, Megan, or Chris, will be having interactions with Zach regardless. In addition to the client care role, he is going to be growing his business here as an agent. He does have many years of experience, 5, I think, Zach, in the real estate industry in northern Indiana already. So he comes to us with a lot of experience, which is great. We're going to get him up and running here in the Indianapolis area. So he'll be both agent and client care coordinator, transaction coordinator for us. And we couldn't be more excited about it and excited about his future with the Burris Realty Group. Zach, in the meantime, if someone needs to get a hold of you for real estate needs, what's a great way for them to reach you?
Yeah, reach out to me at Zac, Z-A-C, at BurrisRealtyGroup.com. That'll be a great way to get the ball rolling.
And check out the whole team for all your real estate needs at BurrisRealtyGroup.com.